Today we're going to look at the bumper and the fact that while the paint has been great throughout this car after 20 years, on the bumper, not so much. Take a look. When you're straight on like this, it doesn't look as bad. But when you get into light like this, you can see right along there how that bumper has faded. And this is the plastic portion of the bumper. It's just different than the metal and pretty typical of these to fade. So you're gonna try and get rid of that. This is what I'm gonna use. This fast correcting cream. I just bought it. We'll see whether or not it makes any difference at all. And if that's one way to make that discoloration look a little bit better. It's pretty rough. You can feel it. Like, this is smooth. This is rough as heck. That's not gonna do anything about these. That's just the bumps and bruises of daily life after 20 years. But if it can get rid of this, make it more like that, I'll be a happy man. We'll see what happens. Shake well, it says. Doesn't really want to come out. There it is. All right, the moment of truth. Well, the beginning of the moment of truth. We'll see how that goes. I'm not gonna do the whole bumper. I'm gonna just do a half and we'll see how that works out. I should probably read the instructions and find out what to do next. All right, that's the first pass. And it says to do 3 or 4 passes. So run to pass number 2 and then rub in slowly. So let's try that. Remember, I'm just doing half the bumper at one time so that we can see if there's any difference at all in how this works. Isn't this exciting? All right, so now I have done half the bumper, but I've not yet polished it off. So I've applied this 3, 4, sometimes 5 times on this half of the bumper, not this half. So even before I wipe it off, it looks subtly different. You can tell here, right here, that hasn't been done, and this has. We'll see if when I wipe it off, if you can tell the difference. Okay, so half and half. This is the half that's done. The part that's glossy is definitely glossier, but you can still see the fade. It's just not as bad. Then we get to the part here that wasn't done, not as glossy over here, and you can definitely see that it's not as, it's more sun-drenched and stained, I guess you don't want to call it, or less glossy. From here, you can really tell a difference in the far part over there. That is definitely shinier than this. So certainly it worked, and this is just, again, a first-time application. If I use it again, it might just get better. We'll see. I'm happier, but again, it's not perfect, but better. At least that's one way to look at it. And certainly under different light, it just looks better overall, but again, not perfect. I would definitely suggest there's got to be better ways, but they probably involve buying more than just a few dollars worth of stuff from the local store. And that's exactly what I did. Again, this is the part that was done, a little bit glossier, and that is the part that was not done. But it's always a fun way to spend an afternoon. Get it a little bit better, a little at a time. But man, where it really shines is, really shines. It's good polish.